Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the garden. It's been about a week, so I thought I would bring you guys along as I walked around the garden this morning. We actually got quite a bit of rain this last week, so everything's growing on its own and I haven't had to water, which is excellent. They much prefer that rainwater. And I've seen bees this week, so it has been a great week. Let me flip you around. We're gonna try to make this video a lot shorter than last week's video. Last week's video was a little crazy long. So let me go back to the start of the garden and we'll walk around. All right, just from here, you can see how much stuff has grown. Crazy grown. Weeds have grown. And all those plants that I planted have grown. So we had a really bad storm Tuesday night. I believe it was Tuesday night. And it knocked down, that's a good word, a lot of my plants. So I had to come out here and tie them up in the rain in my blue jeans because it was cold. But I got it done. It needed to be done anyways. And I can actually see the growth on those plants since then. So let's go ahead and start here at the beginning. I did lose one of those tomato plants that, the 50 tomato plants that we were given. But otherwise they look like they're growing pretty good. I need to come in and take their lower leaves and any suckers off of them. I don't know, I usually use the scissors because I'm always afraid of ripping them. And then I need to pull all the weeds out of the holes. And I need to go find some sticks because they're about ready for some sticks. You're also gonna be able to tell as I walk through here that I haven't picked up the garbage yet. I'd actually kind of hoped the kids would come out and do it, but it's been a really busy week for everybody, so we haven't gotten it done. The onions are still looking really good. These ones are the Pattersons, and they are not really bulbing up yet, but these, I believe, are Walla Wallas. Yeah, these are Walla Wallas, and they're starting to bulb up, so that's really exciting. Right now, they're probably about as big as onions have ever gotten for me. So let's cross our fingers that we get some good size onions. These weeds, I need to get the weed whacker started. I can never get it started on my own, so waiting for Dale to be home at the same time as me sometimes is quite difficult. So, all right, over here we have weeds. Pretty sure these are all weeds. I wouldn't have planted flowers that close to. This is that Sugar Rush red pepper. Okay, I gotta come back and do this later. This is the Sugar Rush peach pepper. It hasn't grown a whole lot in the last week, but it has made progress. So I'm hoping that is what that is. Marigold, zinnias. Again, here I am, and I can't remember what this guy is, but he needs to be deadheaded bad. Petunia. I always want to call it a pansy, and I know that's not right. So, little lantern ground cherry. He's actually got a few on the ground. They've probably been there too long to eat now, but my spearmint, I need to trim up, see if that will help him grow. That tomato plant is massive, but that was a volunteer, so he's a cherry tomato. And I believe that one right there is a cherry tomato as well. Those were both volunteers. Some of these tall ones. This guy, I had braced him up with the preen box, but looks like he kind of has a mind of his own. So I do need to get these weeds cleaned up and sticks out. So these guys are looking great too. There's only a little bit of damage left on the bottom leaves, and once I pull those, it'll be great. Oh look, isn't he pretty? I saved these seeds from my plant last year and grew that, so that makes it extra special. Well, that strawberry doesn't look very good. I'd hate to lose another one. 1 out of 6, I guess, ain't bad. More flowers. These cabbages, I don't know that it's been that hot, so I don't know what causes that. I've never had a great successful cabbage year, so I'm really not gonna cry if I can't grow any, but it'd be nice if I could. Sunflower, huge flowers. don't smell like marigolds, but they look like marigolds. I just can't remember. More cabbage. I mean, this one might be forming a head, but I need to come in here and just go, okay, you're so little, I'm not going to keep you. Okay, these I thought were cauliflower, but they're not doing anything, and it kind of makes me think of kale when I look at it. I'm going to have to go and look and see if I can figure out what cauliflower it was. And then this is this big guy right here that's trying to grow. He's a volunteer, and he's a hollyhock. So, volunteer beans. I thought I just, nope, I thought I saw a little blossom. Cucumbers. One of these cucumbers is actually a straight 8. I was wrong. Oh, look, there's a grasshopper friend. Must be because it's dry. I usually don't think I have so many grasshoppers. But again, another place I need to pull weeds so things can grow better. Because really that's just one bean plant and 3 cucumbers. I think a lot of these little guys are just weeds, but I did plant flowers over here. Oh, well, what happened here? Well, that's kind of a bummer. Okay, 1 zucchini plant down, 1 left. Oh, nope. Oh, I found the problem. It's okay. Everybody grows zucchinis. You see them? The ants are marching right out of him. All right, well, maybe they just weren't meant to be, I guess. And I was thinking the other day, I wonder if part of my problem with growing stuff in here is walnuts. I probably should not have just thrown that out there. I'm gonna have to go get it. Because this was free dirt and it was loaded with them, so I wonder. See, this is where I thought was cauliflower, and it just kind of looks like kale. Man, I need to watch what I'm pointing at. So, beans, they're just kind of scattered. If it's not beans coming out of the hole, it's weeds. This guy, okay, he had one. I think this guy's gonna get out of control, and I'm gonna regret letting him grow, to be honest. Okay, well, there was one little blossom on him, and he looked like a maraca gourd looking thing where it's green on the bottom and yellow. I just figured, you know what, I was gonna let him go, but if he gets out of control, he's gonna have to be yeeted out of here. The other night when I was tying up tomatoes, I did see a squash bug. He was just walking across the tarp, of course on the other side of the fence that I was on, and my arms were busy trying to hold up and tie up a tomato, so he got away. Cucumbers, I've already done 1 batch. I have enough to do another batch. They have grown out of the garden and went that way, so Dale's got to do something with the mower, and then we need to get mowing around the garden because it might be the last time we get to between the cucumbers and the watermelon. So everything's really kind of exploded this last week. This is these were Jubilee watermelon, I believe. I'm just gonna kind of try to look through and see if I could find. I don't see any starts to any over here, but when I do find them, I'll be showing you. I did see a blossom on one of these. Oh, here's some. So we'll have beans pretty soon. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna end up eating the beans fresh this year because we do have a lot of beans yet from last year that are canned, so we'll keep those for eating like canned beans, I guess. This mess. I don't even know where to begin with this mess. It's starting to fall over. Again, I need the weed whacker. Actually, this big elephant ear thing, it's actually really easy to pull out. But this one right here, I don't know what it's called. It's vicious. It ain't coming out. You're gonna have to cut it. So, all right. Oh. Do you hear him? I'm not exactly sure where he's at. He's got to be in that. The melons. Last year I had every single one of these holes filled for melons. And okay, we're gonna have a talk with the dogs. It did fill up, but I feel like it didn't fill up till later. And this last week, these melons have exploded. I'm just crossing my fingers that we're gonna be able to find the melons that are in here. They're starting to climb up each other. It's gonna get like knee high in here. So let me flip you around. I know I do have a couple honeydew in here. Let me see if I can find them and show them to you. It's a sea of melons. Look at that. So this one over here is the Forsberg. He is kind of separate from the other watermelon. And if you look, so this is a black diamond watermelon. He's kind of peeking out. But if you look, this watermelon is the Moon and Stars, and he's planted over there. I mean, Onyx isn't a small dog. My problem with Onyx in here is going to be she goes after snakes, and so this tarp has a yellow stripe on it, and so do garter snakes. So when I walk through here, I generally try to walk through barefoot so I can actually feel what I'm stepping on, and that has its perks and its minuses. So, okay, I was going to show you guys the melons that I know I do pick up. There is a honeydew right there. I think they're going to be, I'm just thinking, a week ago that wasn't there. So, there's nitty bitty babies. I think I said before in other videos, oh look, there's another one. Oh, I'm gonna have tons of them. I'm kind of excited. My kids will eat a watermelon a day if you let them. Kimmy actually went to work this morning. I was thinking about texting her and asking her if she'll look and tell me what the going rate for a watermelon is, because the grandkids are here this weekend. And who doesn't love some watermelon? Let's see. Another one. So these big broadleaf ones, those are cantaloupe and honeydew. And then this is a watermelon. I came back and I planted a couple more cantaloupe. This is one of the holes that I planted them in, so I'm gonna have two more. He's just gonna be behind if he doesn't get choked out completely. Which, when I planted him, I didn't think these guys were gonna grow that fast. So like these, I really need to get in here with my gloves, see what I can yank out so it's out of the way. But I think as far as looking for growing watermelon, I might be SOL. Oh, in my last video I talked about carpet. So here's some of the carpet that's still left in the garden. We just put it up against the fence, and this is year 4, so there are weeds starting to come through it. But oh, what though? I don't think that's a watermelon, but he's not going to grow very well if he's, oh no it is. So, oh, cute, he's already got a little yellow spot. But I don't believe that's a Moon and Stars, because, okay, let's, no, it is a Moon and Stars, I think. Anyway, so they have started, and that's exciting. Onyx eating grass as always. And the neighbors, oh, look at all their flies. The flies have been really bad this year. I don't know why. I just don't understand it. So I was actually just thinking I needed to go and spray some, sorry about that, stuff in the barn because the flies are so bad. But, all right, let's go look at the rest of the garden. All right, so those are still awful pretty. There we go. Now we're not zoomed in quite so much. Sky. And then this is what I was talking about. Tutu maybe not, might not have been the right words to use, but they're kind of cool. I think these are all starts because I thought I deadheaded him pretty well. Zinnias, my snapdragons, my tall snapdragons. I might need to actually tie him to that post. Okay, so I thought this was a sunflower, and maybe it is still, but none of my other sunflowers have 100 little sunflower heads. So that he's gonna be a mystery. I need to get in here and deadhead my roses, pink tall snapdragons. See, I'm telling you, they're really bad. They were fully bloomed. They were beautiful. But, I mean, look at that big bunch. Isn't that just cool? This dahlia is actually going to live. That is pretty awesome. Flowers. And when I seen the first one sitting like this, I thought, what did I plant? Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm excited to see that all bloomed out with all of them. There's lots of them. This rose is still growing, looking good. There's a blossom. So that's exciting to see him flourishing in the ground. Okay, let's do these rows. I think we got rain coming. I thought it was supposed to be here more towards noon, but maybe not. So like this little guy, I think he was one of the donated ones. He's not quite ready yet. There's another orange one down there. It's just not quite ready. Lots of blossoms. They all look really good after the storm, but some of them, like this guy, I haven't pruned him up. And with all the rain and stuff we've gotten, I need to get all their leaves off the ground. Obviously, that's what all that was. It's from me skedaddling down the road the other night in the rain. There's lots of deadheading to do again. You know, on the bottom of a real farm fresh tomato, that, was it cat something? I can't think of what it's called. But where it's just really gnarly and ugly. That's from blossoms that are several blossoms. I wonder, that guy's got a lot right in one spot. So, one of these, oh look. He's not quite ready. But I've had a couple off of this plant already, and they're pretty tasty. Dale does not quite agree. Dale does not like the flavor of tomatoes, but he's trying. Here's a guy that kind of fell apart. I'll trim him up. That's a Mr. Stripey. I was actually kind of impressed with, there's my ball of yarn that I started using. Dale came home and rescued me with some twine. It made it go a lot faster because then it wasn't ripping. So this year we had intended on buying lumber, and actually we did buy a couple of posts. We were going to replace all these T-posts with those. We were going to stretch this and staple it to it, and then we were going to put a top across the fence just to make it more sturdy and get more years of use out of it. With the lumber prices where they were, we didn't. Maybe in the fall we can do it. I hear lumber prices are coming back down. I haven't really looked though. Yeah, I really feel like these things grew like a foot since Wednesday. Just absolutely crazy. Peppers, you know, I did tie a bunch of these peppers up and I was hoping to find tags and I didn't. But I did remember, I think this is gonna be like a habanero or something, just because of all the little flowers. That tells me that it's a smaller pepper. I hope that makes sense. Okay, hold on. Stop pulling weeds full speed. Let's see. I did remember in a couple spots here, I do have these. So this is bullnose. So now whether the bullnose was on this side or that side of the fence, I don't know. But I figured I probably, oh, here we go. Here's a tag. I knew it. So these are Big Bertha peppers. I can guarantee you it'll be this one, and probably 8 going up. So it means that side is the bullnose peppers. So, cool. See, this is a sunflower, and it doesn't have anything. You know what? I think this is a weed. But it does look kind of good. It fills it out. These are Advarsky peppers, so I'm going to guess that's what this is, which I am new to these this year, and these 2 might be it. I did not take notes this year at all, because there's just so much going on that my main goal was to get it in the ground instead of lose it. So all that matters is we're growing stuff. So that's all that I'm going to care about this year. All right, it's really just cooled off here in the last, I don't know, since I started this video. So I'm going to walk around. I'm going to pick up my garbage that I didn't get done. Actually, sometimes you need busy jobs for little people, and our grandkids are here this weekend. I think it might be a great job for them, like picking the blackberries, picking the cucumbers, picking up all these little containers from the plants, because I can reuse them next year. Pretty sure next year I won't have a problem. I will have plenty. Because honestly, 90% of what's in this garden this year was purchased or given to us. All right, I'm gonna go find my gloves, and I'm gonna start pulling weeds and trimming like a crazy lady, because once it starts raining, then it'll be time to go in the house and make brunch for everybody. They're all sleeping in. We had a late night. We went to the Catfish Bay Water Show last night. Fabulous time. The kids absolutely loved it. It was great. So, I hope you're enjoying watching the garden grow. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. And I hope you all have a great day.